Today I got 300x low cap gems for you guys. Let's get straight into today's video. My name is Zach. Just remember, nothing I say is financial advice. Always do your own research in the cryptocurrency markets. If you want to join that Patreon, we are printing a few bucks. So if you want to join that, the link is in the description. And also make sure you subscribe because we have some degen meme videos coming in the very near future. The Patreon members, you will have early access to these calls. Let's get straight into the video. So the first gem I want to talk about today, I'm not going to cover it too much. I'm just going to give a brief overview. It's PolyTrade. All right, it's a real-world asset and DeFi cryptocurrency project, and it looks like BlackRock is starting to shield the real-world asset and tokenization of assets for the cryptocurrency space, especially with their vision moving forward, which is the future of digital assets. So that's why I think PolyTrade is going to do exceptionally well this bull run. We are up a lot from the call. I think the call was around here somewhere, so we are up a decent amount from there, but we do have a solid amount of volume from that 51 million US dollar market cap. We have 31.5% of our coins in circulation, so creating more demand than supply and a maximum supply of 100 million tokens. And we're also using the Ethereum chain. I'm going to go into what PolyTrade is, and then I'm going to jump into the chart. And make sure you stick around because I will be giving my price prediction for this bull run. So PolyTrade, it's an on-chain real-world asset marketplace hub for all of your investing needs. And they're currently offering services from investing in real estate to trading finance to vehicle loans to services for collectibles and other financial services, even such as bonds and equities and much more, because they're ultimately bringing real-world asset trading and investing to that next level, and they're ultimately expanding the capabilities that we know and love of blockchain technology, which is obviously investing in cryptocurrency. But if we can see the tokenization of these real-world assets coming onto blockchain, it is going to make that investing for our lives a lot easier and also a lot more safer and efficient through their marketplace and through their dashboard, which I'm not actually going to log in and jump into my personal dashboard, but this is essentially what it looks like. And you can see there's so many options of things to actually invest in. Now, you may be wondering, real-world assets are a little bit of a hit and miss at the current point in time. Well, I'd like to bring your attention to this little post that I saw right here on BlackRock. It says BlackRock creates fund with Securitize. Oh my god, Securitize. I believe I've said that right. A big player in the real world asset tokenization. So BlackRock CEO, good old Larry Fink, said in an interview earlier that the company's filings for Bitcoin spot ETFs and Ether ETFs were stepping stones towards tokenization. So what do I derive from this? Basically, BlackRock are going to be pushing the tokenization of assets and bringing them onto blockchain because they honestly see the true value that blockchain technology brings. Now, they may not necessarily invest in all of the altcoins, but they are going to be pushing different narratives because there's such powerful figures now in the cryptocurrency space. And the fact that they're partnering with big players in the real-world asset space is going to be massive. And I definitely think this is going to bring hype towards a real-world asset narrative. And this is why I think PolyTrade is a good investment going forward because it will receive that recognition down the line. Like I say, you want to be where the money is going to be before it gets there, all right? I didn't just pick up Tectum a day before it did a 10x. No, I DCA'd all my way down to the $3 mark, and now we're up those 10x profits. So you have to be where the money is going to be before it gets there. And if you can do this successfully, you will make a lot of money in the cryptocurrency space. So PolyTrade, right now sitting in a $50 million market cap. We got in around, I think it was around a $20 to $30 million market. I think it was around a $20 million market cap in the Patreon. So we're up quite a decent amount at the current point in time. It's looking very bullish, all right? Broken out of our previous high, and we've held it with strength. You can see that, nice little wick there on the 12-hour chart, pushed to the top side of the range, and now we're ranging in here. What I'll be wanting to see is either Bitcoin starting to push up, Bitcoin starting to go sideways quite dramatically and quite obviously, or the real-world asset narrative getting some love. I'll be looking for a breakout like so, the stock standard breakout when there's volume in cryptocurrency. But until we get that, I think we range. And obviously, if we're bearish, we could potentially come down and fill this little FVG, or it's not really a little FVG, but quite a bit of imbalance right here. So I wouldn't be surprised if we do fill this. But I will be looking for us to hold this 200 EMA because there's going to be strong support also going forward. In terms of price prediction, I do think this can 50x from the current point. I mean, a $2.5 billion market cap for a project like this is quite small. If we don't see this run, we are going to see it in the future, but I definitely think this can 50x from the current point. I think we got in lower. A 50x is almost inevitable, maybe even more. I think a 100x could be on the board because I think that $2 billion market cap is definitely achievable. So from the original call, we could be seeing a nice $2 billion market cap, which would be around 100x from that original buy. But ultimately, I'm very bullish on this project moving forward. So Corpo World is going to be our second gem, currently sitting at a $25 million market cap, and this has a lot higher to go. I mean, it has a lot higher to go. $1.5 million in volume, which is 6% of our market cap flowing in and out over those last 24 hours. You may be wondering why with the low supply. Well, it's going to be a long release. All right, it's not going to be a huge dump on the actual market. It's going to be released over years. All right, that's how you know this project is going to do well. And what this ultimately creates, all right, because we have locking periods for our pre-sale investors, locking periods for our team, which pretty much won't be unlocked until the bear run occurs. So we don't really have anything to worry about this run. In fact, this is probably more bullish in my head because it's going to create more demand than supply off the bat because that supply is restricted. All right, we only have 25 million coins in circulation. Well, if all of these coins get bought, imagine the price. All right, and that is going to happen this bull run because we're not going to see too many coins released into the circulation. What is Corpo World? I think it has 100x potential. All right, we'll be giving my full price prediction at the end of this little segment, but ultimately it's a gaming project with awesome integrations such as the Epic Game Store, and they're ultimately creating their own games. So the games are built in-house. They're not outsourced or, allow developers to build on top of their actual project. It doesn't stop there because if you hold the Corpo coin, you can also go into staking and farming in the app, and they also have an inbuilt wallet, which is really nice to see. We don't see this a lot with modern gaming cryptocurrency projects. I mean, quite a few do have them, but it is an excellent way to hold your coin if you don't want to hold it in a hot wallet or on an exchange. I think it's a really good idea. I'm not going to be connecting my wallet, but it is an exceptional idea for the project. With their games, they have quite a few in development. All right, quite a few out, but I want to bring your attention to Citizens Conflict and Animate. If it will load, here we go. The quality of these games are exceptional, all right? They're not just games that they wound up in a lab in 10 minutes, all right? These games took time to make. They're high-quality games. They have an awesome storyline. So Citizen Conflict is a 3-team battle royale. And look at the quality. It's amazing. All right, it's really, really good game quality. Animate as well. I mean, they've really outdone themselves on these games, especially they're so early in the actual game's life cycle. All right, what I mean is there's going to be development and updates down the line. So imagine the increase in quality, imagine the increase in the storyline, imagine the increase in the overall gaming experience. And the fact, I mean, we go back to Citizen Conflict, we can see you can access this through the Epic Game Store. So they have real-world integrations with top-quality gaming projects and ultimately a decentralized Web3 gaming project. We know Web3 gaming is going to be massive this cycle. I think this is going to be an excellent investment going forward. So I'll jump into the chart and I'll be giving my price prediction for Corpo. We've been holding this level an absolute charm. All right, this is a solid buying area. In fact, I just posted a buy alert in the Patreon. I have upped my position around here. I mean, you can get some solid quick trades, but I am holding this for the long term. All right, I predicted that we would range in here until we get some bullish news in the crypto space, whether it's Bitcoin, whether it's the gaming narrative, something like that. But ultimately, I'm either looking for a breakout like so, or potentially lower lows. But I don't think these lower lows are going to be coming because there's a lot of buying happening for this project. People are selling, probably early investors who got that nice 3 to 4x from these buys down here, but well, honestly, we're not up a lot, all right? A lot of people are saying, I want to get into a coin before everyone else. Well, this is your opportunity. 1, there's a limited supply. 2, it's a low market cap. And 3, this is going very, very big in the bull run. For my price prediction, I definitely think a 100x is achievable from the current point if we get these coins in the circulating supply staying roughly the same. If this does that, I do think this can 100x. I think it is a solid play going forward. Let's get into our third and final play of the video. The third and final coin in today's video is Reactor Fusion. We picked this up at a very low $500,000 market cap. I'll be going into what the current market cap is in just one sec, but there's an awesome update for this project. But before we get into that update, I just want to explain what Reactor Fusion is so people can understand the true power of this project. So, let's start with Ethereum, all right? Ethereum is a layer 1, and Ethereum essentially allows layer 2s to build on top of it, but the reason Ethereum is so expensive is because pretty much all the dApps in the, the dinosaur ages of cryptocurrency up to the current point in time built on top of Ethereum compared to building on top of the layer 2s that are building on top of Ethereum, so that Ethereum is a lot cheaper and has a lot less transactions to handle. So outsourcing our projects and dApps onto layer 2 such as ZK Sync can be incredibly beneficial, achieve the same goal as using any cryptocurrency chain at a much cheaper price, and ultimately allow users to have a much easier and quicker experience using these layer 2s compared to using Ethereum. Because Ethereum's main idea is to create an ecosystem where layer 2s can build on top of it, and then dApps can build on top of those layer 2s, essentially unclogging the entire system. But that went to shit from the start. So that's why I love ZK Sync, because it's truly here to scale what Ethereum is doing, bringing the transactions, bringing the development off the Ethereum cryptocurrency chain and onto the ZK Sync chain. And then we have Reactor Fusion. So Reactor Fusion is a borrowing and lending protocol on ZK Sync with awesome reward tokenomics, high yield interest, and is ultimately an excellent borrowing and lending / decentralized finance protocol. The reward tokenomics are pretty awesome. So we have 40% of our coins in circulation, and the the revenue created from the Reactor Fusion protocol is delivered to stakers, and also the circulating supply. So the release of the tokenomics is given to loyal and, regular users of the actual project, compared to just dumping on investors and, completely inflating the market cap compared to the price. So that's really good to see what they're doing. That's really good to see what they've done with their tokenomics and their release schedule. I don't think you can really have a better way to release coins into the circulating supply through rewarding users of your project. I think it's awesome, especially with the revenue generated through fees. And on the talk of fees, it's dirt cheap, especially with gas fees, because, it's on ZK Sync, and ZK Sync is dirt cheap compared to Ethereum. I mean, I made a swap on ZK Swap Finance the other day. It cost me about 40 cents due to that 30 to 90% gas refund, compared to me using Uniswap the other day, which turned out, I think it was around $120 for one transaction, which is pretty crazy. So that's why I love ZK Sync. That's why I love Reactor Fusion. We'll jump into their app and essentially show you what they do, which in a nutshell is a borrowing and lending protocol. So let's say, for example, you have one ETH. You can essentially stake your ETH right here, and you can earn passive RF in the process. You can also use this as collateral and borrow out more Ethereum or more USDT, restake that, up your net API returns, and earn more RF in the process. It's an awesome way to compound your staking Ethereum. You can also stake the RF token. So whatever tokens you earn, you can then go into the staking section, stake that RF, earn even more RF, and also VeloCore in the process. VeloCore is very similar to ZK Swap Finance, and Reactor Fusion is using VeloCore more compared to ZK Swap Finance. So you can pick it up on either of these. I just personally use ZK Swap Finance as that's my go-to ZK Sync decentralized exchange. But ultimately, it's a simple idea, but it's a very complex idea at the same time. And from the current market cap, which we'll go into in just one sec, I think it can do some solid extras in the process. You can access all the information you need on the actual Reactor Fusion app, but I just want to bring your attention to one awesome thing, which is the RLP. All right, and what this essentially means is it's the Reactor Fusion Loyalty Program. So, the Reactor Fusion Loyalty Program is a key initiative designed to distribute potential protocol airdrops directly to our community. It operates on a milestone basis, distributing points and rewards to borrowers and RF stakers according to a set of index once a milestone is reached. So this process is calculated over the time between milestones. The transition to new milestones occurs when the next set of criteria is reached and a week has passed. Really nice to see they're integrating new things into their project, especially with the rising popularity of their project. I like what Reactor Fusion are doing. I think the team behind it are doing an excellent job. And I do think eventually, with time, people will start resorting to these cheaper, more efficient, and faster layer 2s compared to using the Ethereum, the Ethereum chain, because it's so clogged, it's so expensive at the current point in time, because the whole idea of Ethereum was completely thrown out the window as soon as those dApps started building on top of it. So these layer 2s are going to become very, very important going forward. And you can already feel the layer 2 narrative brewing. All right, because Ethereum is so expensive, people are going to start resorting to using layer 2s for investing in their cryptocurrency. That's why I'm so bullish on ZK Sync. That's why I'm so bullish on ZK Swap Finance. And that is why I'm so bullish on Reactor Fusion, because these are some of the top projects in the ZK Sync and cryptocurrency Ethereum layer 2 scaling narrative. Let's jump into the tokenomics, well, not really tokenomics, sorry, the market cap and my price prediction. So right now we have just breached all-time high back in our little range right here. I do think we're going to go exceptionally high. I think we are going to absolutely obliterate that all-time high. Currently sitting at a $2.24 million market cap, which means a $220 million market cap is a 100x from the current point in time, because these tokenomics won't be changing very fast anytime soon, because they're all distributed through staking. Not just staking, but also rewards through the actual project. But honestly, I do think this will 100x, especially from the current point, and especially when the ZK Sync token is released. ZK Sync becomes very bullish and known as the best Ethereum scaling solution because at the current point in time, the ZK Sync Era mainnet is the best Ethereum scaling solution. If you join my Discord, I will show you the actual graph that shows you how much more powerful ZK Sync is compared to Optimism, compared to Arbitrum, those sorts of things. There's a lot more benefits for using zero knowledge technology rollups. That's why I'm so bullish on RF. That is the end of this video. If you enjoyed, consider leaving a like and subscribing. You can join that Patreon through the link in the description. And apart from that, I'll see you in the next one.